Welcome back, hockey fans, to tonight's broadcast. Sorry, we're getting our settings dialed in here. I think we're a little bit loud right now. Testing, 1, 2. Thank you. Thanks, Carson. Welcome back, hockey fans, to October 11th matchup of the University of Central Oklahoma Broncos versus the Colorado State Rams. We're waiting for the team to take the ice. In the meantime, I'm going to read you off the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Colorado State Rams, in net for Colorado is going to be number 1, Chamberlain Nocera. And then in front of him, defending the net, is going to be number 3, Angus Fritzson, and number 8, Makai Mitchell. And the forwards for Colorado State Rams is number 20, Robert Grasso, number 27, Connor Petrangelo, and number 6, Christian Collins. And that is the starting lineup for your visiting Colorado State Rams. And then for the home University of Central Oklahoma Broncos, in net tonight is going to be number 57, Josh Henson. In front of him, number 28, Christopher Young, and number 14, Frank Mondi. And then the forwards for your Broncos, number 24, Sebastian Doucette, number 19, Josh Bishop, and number 22, Colin Hogan. The lights are out here, and the Broncos are getting ready to take the ice. And here are your University of Central Oklahoma Broncos, led by the captain, Sam Sykes. Shortly, we're going to line up here for the national anthem. You may notice as the game goes on, it's a little bit thin in the stands. That is probably due to the OU Texas hockey game football game that went on. Tough day for the Sooners as Texas topped them, really pulling away late in the game. While the starters for the Broncos are being announced to the arena, last night the Broncos played the same Colorado State team and got away with a 2-1 victory, and they played a really sound game all around, and they're going to try and repeat that again tonight. Colorado State's going to try and bring a different energy to the game and transform that into a result that they may want. And we're going to take a pause for the national anthem. All right, we're getting ready to start the game. We have 60 minutes of hockey ahead of us, and I have a special guest with me tonight. I would like to introduce Cam Pendleton to the broadcast. Cam, why don't you say hi?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for having me on, Brad.
Of course, we're excited to have you. Hopefully you can lend some valuable insight to the broadcast, being a player on the team and really knowing a lot about the sport. We're excited to get it started. It's a hot day here in Oklahoma. I'm not sure if the sun setting may change the temperature, but sometimes when that weather is real hot outside, the ice can affect it a little bit. Am I cutting out? All right, I think I'm back. Sorry, I think I had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. All right, here we have the Broncos' Cullen Hogan lining up against Christian Collins for Colorado State. The Broncos win that draw and get it deep. Colorado State unable to get out of their own zone. Doucette intercepts that pass. Throws it in the corner to Bishop up top. Chris Young gets his shot blocked. Petrangelo now is semi-breakaway, gets a shot high and wide, hits the netting, and there'll be an early whistle. All right, Cam, what are you going to be looking for as this game wears on? What do you want to see the Broncos do right out of the gate here?
Yeah, so something we've been iterating lately is little details, and then the D zone and the forecheck, making sure those are dialed in tonight. We did a good job last night, so hopefully we can continue that into this one.
Yeah, okay. Good insight there. Work on the neutral zones and getting the puck deep. Colorado State has the puck in the Broncos zone. Cervantes gets it behind the net. Puck still behind the net there as the teams battle. Colorado State has it, tries to throw it in front. Sykes, good positioning there to stop that. DeMello, one of the goal scorers from last night for the Broncos. There on the wall. Gets the puck out, but out of play. Teams are making a change here. Jeff Redmond here in the circle for the Broncos. Loses the draw. Puck tipped out. Rebroker pursues. Unable to get it deep. Colorado sends it far side. Good bump by Redmond there on Hunt Bond. Broncos trying to get the puck out of the zone, but it kicks in front where Colorado State had an opportunity to score there. But good job in front of the net by the Broncos. Puck chipped out. Rebroker again giving pursuit, but unable to get through the Colorado State player. Redmond mixing it up in front of the Colorado State net where the goaltender holds on to it. So Cam, you're a goalie. Do you know much about Colorado State's netminder?
I don't. He was a freshman last year. I think he played a couple against us. He was solid, but no, I don't know a whole lot about this guy.
Okay, well, we'll get to learn about him tonight. I don't know if he was in net last night.
No, he wasn't last night.
Okay, different goalie for Colorado State and a different goalie for the Broncos here. Ferrer for UCO played wonderful last night.
Yeah, it was good to see him get his first win under his belt. He's had a strong start to the year.
Love to see that. Frank Mondi behind the net for the Broncos. Settles it down. Hogan scoops it on a controlled breakout. Tries to hit Bishop on the stretch, but he does not make contact, and that'll be an icing on the Broncos. Shots are currently 2-1 for Colorado State. Josh Henson yet to see any real action, but he's had some action in front, but no huge saves. But chance for Colorado State to test him a little bit here as they control the puck. Sends it up to the D-man. Deflected by Young into the corner. Broncos get the puck out. Number 3 for Colorado State, first to the puck, winds behind his own net. Finds his centerman, who's going to not be able to get around Bishop. Sends it in front to Hogan. Back door to Doucette, and that's a goal! What a passing play there by the Broncos on the entry, on the zone entry.
I believe that's Doucette's first one this year, so I'm sure he's happy to get that one out of the way.
Yeah, he sure is.
As he hits a 6-7 celebration in the line.
The young kids will get that one. I may be a little bit too old to get that one. I've been learning about it, though. I've been trying to keep up to date on these new age, memes and jokes. But a good play there by Mitch Wilson to carry the puck in, and he found Hogan in the center, who then had the vision to back tap it to Doucette, who had it on a golden platter for the first goal of the game. Colorado State now trying to make something happen. It's always how a team responds is what can oftentimes determine how games start to trend and the momentum that teams carry after goals.
Yeah, Wiseman once told me the most important shift is the one after a goal. As Sykes goes sliding into the net.
Yeah, Sykes always sliding around, and Dubecki and Rivs always talking about the shift after a goal. Well, the Broncos temporarily able to apply some good returning pressure after Colorado State sort of had a little bit of zone time there after that goal, but Broncos have been looking good tonight so far and carrying that momentum from last night's game into tonight. So we had an offsides on the Broncos. We're going to have a face-off just outside of the zone here as Sykes, DeMello, and McDonald for UCO are the forwards. Colorado State with their starting lineup out there. Grasso, Collins, and Petrangelo. The Broncos get it in deep. Colorado State tries to stretch far side, but it's going to get tipped, and Mitch Wilson goes back to collect for the Broncos. Heavy pressure by Colorado State as they force Mitch Wilson to turn it over. Mitch Wilson now stretches it, tries to find DeMello on the cherry pick, but Colorado State just able to get a stick on it. Good job by their defenders. Do you think Henson knew that he had no pressure there, or was he just trying to get a change for the Broncos? He held on to that one, and no Colorado State player was even in the zone.
Yeah, I think he might just be trying to slow the game down here.
Okay.
It's Saturday night, the boys are tired, so the more whistles, the better.
Okay. Try to control the pace early on in the game so you can have that energy when the third period push comes.
Right.
That's smart. Rebroker gets it out for the Broncos. Colorado State tries to find something through the middle, and there's going to be a little bit of neutral zone play here as Colorado State brings it in over the zone. Number 77 tried to dipsy doodle. Puck goes to the corner. Davis Thompson sends it up the wall to Rebroker, who finds Redmond in the middle. Chips it past the Colorado State D-man. Gets a shot on net. Partial breakaway there by Redmond. Good job to avoid turning the puck over on that zone entry. Colorado State breaking the puck out here. Broncos, good forecheck there. That's a point of emphasis there for the Broncos. And they're causing a lot of havoc for the Colorado State D-man. Frank Mondi skates behind the net. And then the Broncos turn the puck over in the neutral zone. Doucette sends it to open ice. Where that's Jeremiah, is that Menger?
No, it's Chris Young.
Chris Young, I'm sorry. I should have known that, the defenseman. Sends it in deep for the Broncos, and Colorado State behind their own net. We're going to have an icing on Colorado State.
A lot of stoppages here early tonight.
Yep. We're going to have a face-off here in front of Nocera for the Rams. Sykes is going to pick his side. He's going to go to the right of Nocera, trying to win it on his backhand to the wall where he has his shooter, Carter DeMello, for a quick shot opportunity. We'll see if he can win this face-off. And Colorado State takes that one, tries to chip it out, and they do get it out of the zone. Cervantes unable to see that. and touches it for an offsides. Same lines here out for the teams. Sam Sykes at center facing off against number 35 for Colorado State. I don't have a number for him. Cervantes goes back to retrieve the puck, turns it over, given out in front by Colorado State, but no harm done as Sykes was able to get there and clear it, then checks his skate. McDonald. Broncos holding for a delayed offsides, and now McDonald gives pursuit. Colorado State turns the puck over on the wall. DeMello out in front to McDonald. Tries to get a shot on his backhand, but gets a tip. Sends it up top to Wilson. And now down low to DeMello. Wilson from the point. Shot blocked by Colorado State. Sent back down low by Wilson and around where Cervantes pinches, unable to hold it in the zone though. Mitch Wilson turns it over. Number 11 for Colorado State gets a shot. Good save there by Henson.
Yeah, Henson looks comfortable early. He's been solid in his, I think this is his fourth start this year.
Okay,
He's had a good start to the season.
I'm going to take your word for it. I'm not much of a goalie guy. I don't know much about the position, but you obviously do. So I'm glad I can have someone that actually knows something about the goaltender position helping me out up here. Puck in the Bronco defensive zone. Colorado State shot from the wall up tall, seen all the way by Henson. Broncos chip it out. It was tipped, so no icing. Colorado State now rims it around. Tipped again. Still no icing. Let's see if the Broncos can get it out cleanly here. Not quite. Colorado State now sends it in from the neutral zone. Gets it to the middle. Josh Bishop here for the Broncos coming up the wing. Stops. Holds. Still holds. Hits Thompson in the middle, who tries to get it through to Redmond, but had two Colorado State players there to interject. Doan for Colorado State chips it in deep. They're going to call that an icing. I think he had the red line there. Colorado State not eager to throw a fit. They're just going to roll with it here early on, stay on the referee's good side. Hopefully the Broncos are doing the same on their bench. We'll see if tensions don't begin to flare as the game progresses. So far, though, we're halfway through the first period. Almost. We're about 8 minutes through, I should say. Broncos up 1-0 still from their earlier goal by Doucette. Doucette on the ice now in a battle with Bishop. Walks out with it. Young sends it back down to Doucette. Colorado State gives pressure to the Bronco defense and able to get the puck all the way back down behind Henson. Frank Mondi now skates up smoothly with the puck and sends it in deep. Behind the Colorado State netminder, Frithson. Two Colorado State players converge on Mitch Wilson and now get a 2-on-0, 2-on-1 as Mitch Wilson dives from behind the play to stop that almost backdoor opportunity there. Was Henson able to avoid that sliding Mitch Wilson?
Yeah, it looked like he got out of the way just in time there.
I think he did, yeah. Good awareness there by Henson. All too often you see players sliding into goaltenders, and that's how a lot of injuries happen. I've seen it a multitude of times in my career.
Yeah, certainly had some close calls.
Yeah, you're on the receiving end of that, so I've never got to experience that. Is it better when a player is sliding in straight head on, or when they're like driving wide, coming in at an angle, is that worse? I feel like hard to say.
I'd say straight on's a little better because usually I can move out of the way. If they're coming in from an angle, I'm off balance a little bit.
Bishop in with 2 Colorado State players all by himself, had nothing to do there. Colorado State unable to bring it over into the Bronco zone. Here comes McDonald. Cuts inside, unable to get a shot off though, as he had a couple Colorado State players reading him. Colorado State miscommunication there on the zone entry. Big hit there by number 8 on Colorado State as Bishop looks a little shaken up. Battle on the wall here. Broncos able to get it out of their own zone and sent right back in by number 8 on Colorado State. It's Makai Mitchell. Sykes speeding up the left side. Driving wide. Shoots it from a short angle and the net is off and they're going to get a whistle. Good shot there by Sykes as that was Nocera had to squeeze that post to stop that one. You've seen a couple of Sykes shots from the angle, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's not afraid to shoot from anywhere.
No,
Broker's another one that'll do that.
Yeah, and if there were 2 guys I'd want shooting the puck, it'd be those 2, and well, maybe DeMello as well.
Exactly.
I know Sykes has scored a lot of those tough angle shots.
Yeah, they both definitely snuck a couple by me in practice over the years.
They do, yeah, they practice it, and you practice saving it. Not sure if there's anyone on Colorado State that has the same caliber of shot that the goaltenders are able to practice on. DeMello centers it in front, tipped by McDonald. Nocera had to do a little extra to hold on. Broncos overtake Colorado State in shots on the scoreboard. Shots are 5-4 now as we do come to the halfway point of the first quarter. And it does seem like the pace of play is a little slow as the teams are maybe a little tired from yesterday or maybe saving it for the time as the game progresses. I believe this is Redmond in the dot. They're going to kick both centers out. Davis Thompson's going to fill Redmond's position at number 77 for Colorado State. That's Mac Feenberg. 87 for Colorado State, brings it through the middle, kicks it wide. Almost gets it back, but it goes behind the net of Henson, I'm sorry. Colorado State sends it back in, rimmed around. Carrick Stevens there had a nice body on the forecheck. Number 87 for Colorado State. Another body there behind the net. Not afraid to throw the body there is Stevens. Broncos not afraid to take the body and give it back as well. Colorado State gets the puck out of their zone. Race to it at neutral zone. Right in front of us. Cromwell escapes with it for Colorado State. There's a hit by Cervantes on Stevens, returning the favor.
Yeah, Cervantes showcasing his size, skating ability, and work ethic there.
Yeah, I'd love to see that more out of Cervantes this year. He's a big guy, and he can definitely lay the impact down on the opposing team.
Definitely.
So it's always good to see him do that. Shows that he's pretty comfortable in his position.
Right. He's one of our more veteran defensemen now, so definitely playing with a lot of confidence this year.
Yeah, good point there. Mitch Wilson behind the net for the Broncos. Makes a nice move there to escape a couple Colorado State players that were pursuing him. In the Colorado State zone now, they have the puck. I need to get an ID on number 35 here. He may be wearing a different jersey or something.
Yeah, I don't see him anywhere on the roster. Or at least the one I've got
I want to say I saw this. I don't know. Maybe we'll try and find that out at the intermission. He's a shifty player, though, playing pretty good hockey right now. Sykes at the dot, facing off against, I believe this is number 35 in the dot for Colorado State. They're going to kick Sykes out of the dot. And here, DeMello testing his skills at center. Wins the draw, tries to chip it out, but a good leaping keep by number 18 on Colorado State. McDonald now sends it far side. DeMello tries to skate into it. McDonald now has it. Gets over the blue line. Fans on the shot. 4 Colorado State players there collapsing on the house. Good hit by Sykes there to separate the puck temporarily. Rudrow for Colorado State. Shifty gets outside of Homan. Walks in and shoots and scores top shelf on Henson. That was a nifty move there. So Colorado State evens it up. That was Josh Rudrow with a little inside out on Homan, and then a really good shot just over the blocker of Henson. It's a hard one to stop, Cam. What do you say?
Say that again?
That's a hard one to stop. What do you say?
Yeah, that's
he
tough.
Picked this corner.
When they change the angle at the last minute, it makes it tough on the goalies, and that's what he did there.
Yeah. He may be one of those players that can emulate one of those Sam Sykes or Carter DeMello style shots, or Rebroker.
Yeah, exactly, as we were just talking about.
Yeah. He sniped that one. Young sends it up to Rebroker, who chips it up ahead for Thompson. Thompson centers it. Redmond there in front. Something happened after the play there. Somebody's missing a helmet. And we may have a penalty. Maybe just a stoppage. I'll wait to see what happens.
Yeah, some words being exchanged. Redmond's very good at getting under people's skin. So.
Oh yeah. We got a couple of those guys. Redmond, Rebroker. I don't know much about the new guys.
Mitch seems to be getting into it this year. Yeah.
I like that. One guy you'll never see get into it is the guy at the faceoff dot about to take the draw, Colin Hogan. Maybe he does. Maybe he's just too smart to do it in front of a...
Yeah, I think he picks his moments because you'll hear him every now and then.
Everybody's got a little bit of it. Doucette there wins the faceoff for the Broncos. Wilson shoots it. Bishop, had a one-timer in front on the deflection. Good opportunity there for the Broncos, and they're going to settle it. Up top, Wilson. Deflected again there by Colorado State. Wilson again has it, walks in, shoots. Oh, good chance there, but Nocera had the positioning on it. I don't know if he saw it, but he had the right position and it hit him in the body.
Yeah, he was able to find that. It looked like he actually got bumped right as the shot was coming off. So.
Oh, by a UCO player?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if that would have gone in, do you think that would have been a penalty, or was it outside the crease?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like the defenseman could have pushed him in, so we might have been able to get away with one there.
Okay. Either way, I don't think any of the referees saw it, so.
Yeah, it didn't look like.
It would have been an argument to be had the puck gone in.
Right.
Number 6 for Colorado State speeds in on Homan. Homan able to get in the way enough to stop that. Homan cautious to not let the same thing happen as what happened last time when Colorado State scored, and he does good. Sent in deep by Russell behind the Colorado State net. Oh, that is actually held on to by Nocera. Still keeping the pace of play relatively slow, but you can feel it starting to build now that it's a 1-1 game. I think both teams know that they're in for a game here.
Yeah, the Broncos forcing a lot of neutral zone turnovers. That was a key to their win last night as well, so hopefully they can continue that.
Yeah. I have noticed that. There's been a lot of neutral zone puck time for both teams. Colorado State sends it in deep. Henson stops it for Mondi. Wheeled around and picked up by Sykes. Chips it around, runs over a Colorado State player, but he did interfere enough where Colorado State sends it back down. And here McDonald gets it temporarily in deep, but Colorado State controls. Cervantes kicks it off his state to a Colorado State player who walks in and shoots it wide. Up to the D, tries to get another shot. Rebroker stops that. Unable to get the puck out though, and there's a battle behind the net. Redmond up the wall with it. Goes far side where McDonald seals the wall, gives it back to Rebroker, cuts inside. Redmond picks it up from him, gets a shot. Colorado State now gives it back to the Broncos in their zone. In the Bronco zone, that is. UCO stretches it to Redmond, who has a little bit of freedom. Thompson scoops it on the drop. Thompson delays, waits for his D-man. Redmond now there to help him out. Centers it, but Colorado State there to control. They're going to send it high and out, where Wilson retrieves. Chase Young sends it in deep. Redmond chasing the Colorado State player. A lot of back pressure. Big hit by Thompson there. Colorado State player picking up his stick now as Bishop comes in on the near side. Holds it on the wall, waits for his help. Holman supports. Not enough as Colorado State gets it and sends it back to the Broncos. Doucette coming through the neutral zone. Gets tipped by Colorado State. Henson's going to get out of his crease to collect that one, and we're going to have a face-off to Henson's right here.
Connor Holman giving a jab after the whistle. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, Holman coming out with a little bit of an edge now after letting that Colorado State player buy him on that goal. I know he probably wishes he could have done something to get in his way there, and he's going to have a lot of chances to make himself felt on the defensive end as the game goes on. So I'm glad to see him get a little bit chippy out there. Sykes, DeMello, and McDonald, McDonald for the forwards for your Broncos here. Cervantes and Wilson. Colorado State has a chance in front. Not able to get anything cleanly on Henson. But they do have the puck in the Bronco zone still. Cervantes and Wilson, the D-man for the Broncos out there now. Cervantes in a battle now against two Colorado State players. Gets it up to DeMello, unable to get it out. Shot off the post by number 35 on Colorado State. And it hit the post in just the right spot where it kicked back out in front of Henson instead of behind him. Had it gone behind him, could have been a little double deflection goal. But thankfully nothing there, as the game remains 1-1. Broncos looking to try and get the puck out of their zone. Redmond loses the faceoff. Doan gets a shot from the point for Colorado State, blocked by the Broncos. Now Thompson has it with Rebroker nearby, Redmond high. Puck out in front, Colorado State there, collects, gets the red line, sends it in deep. Henson deflects it to the corner. Colorado State tries to throw it out in front. We're gonna get a penalty here.
Yeah, I think it was Rebroker.
Yeah.
Guy tried the Michigan. He gave him a little something.
Rebroker did not like that Colorado. That was number 4 on Colorado State, Ty Doan. I think it was number 4. Maybe number 11? Did you catch him?
No, I didn't notice which guy it was.
Tyler Sleds.
Bet he won't try it again.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. The puck was on edge behind the net of Henson, and if you're unfamiliar, while the puck is on edge, it's really easy. Not easy. It's not easy, but if it's on edge, it's easy to kind of scoop it and almost like a lacrosse style goal, fling it into your own net. But Rebroker was not happy and interfered with that as soon as he could and got a little bit too aggressive with a cross check. And that's going to put Colorado State on the first power play of the game. Let's see how the Broncos kill it. Sam Sykes ices it early, rolls out in front. Doucette gets there, tries to shovel it past Nocera. Good job by Doucette applying a lot of pressure, and Sykes feels confident enough to drop all the way down. Giving Broncos heavy on the pressure here. Matt Russell now pinning it against the bench. Broncos possess it again and then send it all the way back down behind the Colorado State net, making them go back and kill more time chasing it. Colorado State now has a chance to cleanly break it out. They get over the blue. Number 8 walks in short side on Henson for a goal.
Two good shots from Colorado State this period. They're up to 2 for 4 on the power play now this year, so converting at 50%.
Wow.
At this point.
That's a really high percentage. Low sample size, though, and that was Makai Mitchell who had that goal, the defenseman. Only 4 power plays for Colorado State this year?
Yeah, I think they've only played one other game, but I think we're their only opponent this year.
Oh, wow.
Unless this one's outdated.
I think I saw on the ACHA website they had maybe 5 games it looked like under their belt. But still, that's about a power play a game. Not a whole lot, but if you're 50%, you hope it's not a whole lot if you're playing against them. You give this Colorado State team a lot of power plays, and they've proven they can make it happen up to this point. Broncos, unfortunately, we're pretty good at taking penalties. So we'll see if we can stay out of the box for this game. Help ourselves out a little bit, as now the Broncos are down 2-1. Colorado State holds behind their net, 5-on-5. DeMello now for the Broncos. Bit of a bouncy back to Cervantes, who throws it away to Colorado State. Doan for Colorado State gets over the red line, sends it in deep now, back to Cervantes. Wheels behind his net, stops, hits his partner behind the net. It's going to get chipped out by McDonald on a little tip. No icing. Good little deflection there by McDonald to get the puck out of danger. Make Colorado State come 200. Colorado State tries to stretch it far side. Hogan interferes. DeMello on the wall with the puck. Rims it back around to his other wingmate, McDonald. McDonald ices it. Hogan knew it was coming and stretches fully out. Gets there first for no icing. Cycles it down low. Puck funnels out to Holman, who tries to send it in deep. Stevens for Colorado State, taken to the wall. Sends it in deep. Colorado State now with a threatening position behind the net with a couple options, and that period is over. Sorry, I had a banner in my way. I couldn't see the time left on the clock. I didn't even know the period was coming to an end, but that brings us to the end of the first period of this game versus the Broncos and the Colorado State Rams. Shots are 10-9, favoring the Broncos by 1. The goal is a different story, favoring Colorado State by 1. Each team's going to go back and regroup in their locker room, and we are going to take a break ourselves. We'll see you guys back on the live broadcast in about 15 minutes. All right, hockey fans, welcome back to the second period of play. I'm gonna find out number 35's name.
Okay.
If you want to say anything.
The Rams had a bit of a jump to close out the first period after their late power play goal, so hopefully UCO is going to be able to come out with some jump of their own after the intermission. Looks like we're getting Hogan, Doucette, and Shabab to start with Mondi and Young on the back end. Is he on the roster or no?
I don't know. All right. Sorry about that delay there. We do have an identification on number 35, Hayden Von Felt for Colorado State. Hogan there loses the faceoff to start the second period. But they get it back. Hogan now walks it over the red, dumps it. Bishop chases. Mondi now at the point. Takes a body but gets it in deep. Number 20 on Colorado State walks over the blue line. Delays. Down to number 6. Broncos now with the puck in their own zone. On the wall to Hogan, who chips it into the feet of number 16 on Colorado State. Colorado State now with speed over the blue line. Fumbles the puck. Collins shoots it just wide. Rims up to the defenseman on Colorado State, who sends it low behind the net. Centers it to number 16. Shoots it. Good save by Henson for the Broncos. Behind the net, Colorado State walks out with it, and there's going to be a penalty behind the net. Interference is the call.
Looks like it's number 10, TJ Norris.
I believe it
I'm
is actually
sorry.
20. Robert Grasso for Colorado State going to the box for an interference call on Chris Young.
Broncos looking to capitalize here. They're 10.7% on the power play so far this season, with the Rams boasting a 90% penalty kill.
Let's see if the Broncos can tie the game back up early here in the second period. Hogan wins the draw. Sykes up top with it. Sykes shoots it on net. Hogan trying to find loose change in front. Unable to as Colorado State clears the puck. A little bit of a bump there on Doucette by number 21 for Colorado State. No call. Hogan carries it over the blue line and rims it around to Doucette for the Broncos. Doucette on the half wall. Down low to Bishop, I believe. Back to Doucette. Doucette shoots. Rebound. Hogan in front. Unable to score. Good save by Nassau. I think he got a piece of that. DeMello now fumbles the puck at the blue line. Colorado State pokes it out. Sykes for the Broncos. Trying to escape pressure. Colorado State 1-0. Backhand 5-hole on Henson. They're going to take a 3-1 lead. Just over 2 minutes to pass here in the second period. Broncos need a response coming after this one.
Yeah, Colorado State definitely leading the special teams battle so far, converting on the
Indeed.
power play on the kill.
Indeed, indeed. 57 minutes, 58 minutes here to go. Still Thompson walking down the side. Delays. Broncos still on the power play here. Still needing a goal. Rebroker and Mondi switch places. Rebroker, quick shot. Blocked and cleared by Colorado State. Rebroker sends it off the wall. That's going to be an icing on the Broncos. That last goal, yeah, the third goal for Colorado State was a shorthanded goal, making it a special teams goal indeed. Maybe the Broncos have to stay off the power play too.
Yeah, just keep it 5-on-5. They've looked very good when the game's been 5-on-5, so I think they'll hope for a lack of penalties the rest of the night.
Yeah, indeed. Cromwell for Colorado State shoots it wide. Now they still have the puck back, traveling into their own zone, and they're going to ice it towards Henson. Mondi cycles it to Russell. Back to Mondi. Up the far side wall to Redmond. Redmond gets the blue line. Sends it in deep. Rims it around to Russell, who sends it back around to Redmond. 5-on-5 now as Colorado State gets out of the box. Thompson applying pressure, and Colorado State able to escape. Shoots it all the way down, and we are going to have an icing on Colorado State.
I feel like we've been saying that a lot tonight,
Yeah.
both ways.
A lot of times you shoot the puck down, you're trying to find somebody's stick, but unfortunately not a lot of sticks to be found. Puck's just going cleanly 200 feet. Here we have Carter DeMello this time taking the face-off with Sam Sykes in the shooter spot. He wins it. Sykes shoots it, but right into the Colorado State player. Cervantes trying to get loose, and there's going to be a penalty on Sykes as he tried to whack the puck out of Hayden Von Felt's reach and gets his skate. Hayden Von Felt goes down, and Sam Sykes goes to the box. Not what you want to see as a Bronco fan, as now Colorado State's going to get their lethal power play unit back up again. And the clarification on earlier, we thought they might have been, I think, 1-4 or 2-4 coming into this series on the power play, but yesterday they were 1-4 on the power play. So Broncos doing a good job killing against the Rams up until tonight. Rams controlling behind the net. Now it goes up top. Shot pass to the goal line. That was a good shot and a good deflection by Riley Hunt Bond. Henson, though, didn't have to switch sides of the net, and he was able to cleanly come away with that one, holding on to it for a face-off to his right. Hogan in the dot. Wins it. Mondi ices it. Doucette applies pressure. Colorado State holding behind their own net. Now they come out. Up to Grasso on the wall. Grasso sends it behind Henson. Doucette gets there first. Tries to chip it out, but it goes up into the netting right next to the D&G Utilities fan zone. We're going to have a stoppage of play. Colorado State's going to go for a line change here, and the Broncos are going to switch their forward unit up. Josh Bishop and Davis Thompson for the Broncos on forward. Mitch Wilson and Andrew Cervantes for the Broncos on the back end for the last minute of this penalty kill. Broncos with a chance to get the puck out. It does trickle out. Bishop skates into it. Has some room to work. Not much, though. Drops it to Thompson. Thompson walks in, shoots it. Good save by Nassau for Colorado State. Colorado State regrouping behind their own net. Emerging with the puck is Doan. Up the wall. Number 23 sends it in deep. Cervantes back to get it. Convergence of players keeps the puck there, though. A lot of players skating around it, but nobody finding the puck here. Colorado State does. Cervantes hobbling from behind the net to try and protect the front of Henson. Shot by number 23, tipped wide. Colorado State tries to center it. Good deflect, good stick there by Wilson. Wilson, good awareness to tie up the Colorado State player and allow for Bishop to clear it. Or maybe it was Thompson. Either way, Colorado State bringing the puck over into the Broncos zone. Puck sitting there, picked up now by Colorado State. Cervantes reads it. Temporarily has it until he loses that edge that he was hobbling on earlier. Colorado State maintains the puck in the Broncos zone, albeit not in a super threatening position. Broncos protecting the house well. Now Thompson has the puck, able to skate out of the zone cleanly. Ahead to Sykes. Not cleanly though. Some bodies converge on the scorer's table. Colorado State able to walk away with it. Here comes Chris Collins. Something after the play took Sykes out, and you're hearing it from the fans. Colorado State a weak chance in front. Henson able to parry it away. DeMello now for the Broncos. Far side to Hogan. Hogan gets it over the blue line, hits DeMello high. DeMello walks in, shoots, tip, high and out of play. Good chance there by the Broncos. Hogan found DeMello high. DeMello touched the puck one too many times before he shot that one. Colorado State able to interfere and get a stoppage of play. Hogan, Doucette, and Bishop, the forwards for the Broncos. Russell and Homan on the back end. Battling in the corner with the puck. Hogan goes down, hit from behind a little bit. No call though. Colorado State gets the puck deep. Behind the net, Homan rims it to the defenseman of Colorado State who holds it. Colorado State tried to center it between two players though. Going to be a delayed penalty on Colorado State here. Broncos going to have an opportunity on the power play with 12 minutes and 58 seconds in this period to try and make something happen. Shots are 13-12, still in favor of the Broncos. The score not reflecting the shots though. 2-goal deficit for the Broncos here to make up. A little over half the game to be played. Not a whole lot of worry on the Bronco bench, but there's definitely some room for improvement when it comes to special teams. Let's see if their power play can make something happen. Mondi has it at the point. Pressured by Colorado State. Puck trickles out of the zone. Colorado State battles and wins the battle. Redmond bodies Doan as the Broncos are trying to get possession, unable to. Number 10, I think Norris on Colorado State. And it looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play as Redmond got a roughing. Jeff Redmond with a roughing penalty makes it a 4-on-4 game. Going to be a lot of space to work with here on the ice.
Yeah, the Broncos are a very fast team, so let's see if they can use some of that speed here for the next minute 33.
The Broncos, I would agree, have an advantage on this 4-on-4 situation. Colorado State is employing their speedsters, though. Carrick Stevens and Hunt Bond, the forwards for Colorado State, against Sebastian Doucette and Sam Sykes for the Broncos. Cervantes on the back end for the Broncos with Wilson as they have the puck. Rudrow and Doan are the defensemen for Colorado State. Doucette bringing the puck over for the Broncos, gets over the blue line, shoots it. Shoots it against the grain, but a good save made by Nassau as Doucette was cut into the middle. Puck off of Sykes' skate and out of play, and we're going to have a whistle. And a face-off in the neutral zone ensuing. Both teams changing up their 4-on-4 units. Broncos keeping the speed out there with Robert Rebroker and Colin Hogan. Frank Mondi, the agile, smooth skating defenseman on the back end for the Broncos with Matt Russell. Colorado State wins the face-off. Number 8 walks in, backhands from a rough angle, but it rims around to Cromwell, who gets the shot. Rebroker has Homan in front. He sends it down, but on the net of Nassau, who holds on. Rebroker had a streaking Hogan. Would have been a breakaway with all the time in the world had he found him, but unable to get it on the stick of Hogan. But it is a face-off in the Bronco offensive zone. Same players on the ice. Hogan finds Rebroker in the center, bounces over his stick. Russell shoots it from a bad angle, rims around. Mondi on the wall sends it to Rebroker in the middle, who did not have Mondi for the outlet. And Colorado State now with the puck. Hogan able to pick it up, but not able to find Rebroker as Colorado State's Cromwell walks in, shoots it off the crossbar. No goal.
Looked like it hit the knob of Henson on the way in.
Was it the knob? Okay. Good save, Josh Henson. Teams are back to Colorado State is back to full strength. Redmond still has 20 seconds to serve in the penalty box. 15 seconds of penalty kill for the Broncos, and Frank Mondi ices it. Almost, not really though. It gets deflected where Thompson now picks it up. Stops on it behind the net of Colorado State. Holds on, cycles it low. Both teams at full strength now as Redmond escapes the box. And there's going to be an icing immediately from Colorado State. Back to 5-on-5 hockey and 10 minutes to go here. The scoreboard slowly building in shots, and for Colorado State in goals. The Broncos need to try and get a couple of goals on the board themselves.
Sykes must be battling a wrist injury or something, because DeMello's been taking all the draws for that line.
Yeah, I noticed that, and they just did that again. DeMello taking the face-off, Sykes in the shooter position. Sykes a tough player, though. I'm sure he's not letting it affect him too much. But you don't want to overdo it, especially being Sam Sykes, when you carry so much weight in the locker room and on the ice for the team. Sykes takes a hard hit from Rudrow there. Colorado State chips the puck out of their own zone. Chris Young gets it up to McDonald. McDonald tries to find DeMello in the middle. Colorado State now with a 3-on-1. Turns into a 1-on-1. Henson with a good save on a low shot there by number 23 for Colorado State. That was Ryan Andor. Had a couple of options for a pass, elected to shoot. Henson elected to save. Sykes took a big hit from Rudrow there in front of the Bronco bench. I think you're right. I think he's maybe fighting it a little bit tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely taking a beating so far, that's for sure.
Yeah, when you're that good, other teams do scout against you. 2-on-1 here for the Broncos now is Doucette and Bishop.
Oh,
Backdoor, Bishop shoots a one-timer off the crossbar. He's going to wish he had that one back. Off the crossbar and high. The two head officials are having a little discussion. I don't think that puck went in.
I'm wondering if the net looked like it came off right before or right as the shot went on, so I think they're going to see if it would have gone in had the net stayed on its moorings.
They're going to send it up to Toronto. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have a replay booth here in the ACHA, not in Arctic Edge at least.
That'd come in handy sometimes.
It would. In that situation, I think you're right, Cam. I think that net came off early. Had it not, it may have hit the crossbar and went down. Either way, the Broncos trudge on. Broken stick as Colorado State tries to get the puck out of the zone. Bishop sends it up to Mondi. Mondi holds it in. Gets a shot on net. Hogan cycles it behind the net to Doucette. Doucette up top. Young kicks it. Not cleanly. Colorado State now. 3-on-3. Good defense there by Mondi. Doucette relieves pressure to Young. Young up the wall to Bishop. Colorado State sends it in now. Stretch pass up to Hogan. Hogan in alone. Oh, good defensive play by Cronwall. Whacked the stick of Hogan, who was about to line up for a shot. In transition here, Colorado State comes over the blue line. Backhander to Henson. Henson saves that one. In front again. Unable to get a shot off is 87 for Colorado State. Russell for the Broncos. Skates in wide. Behind the net. Wraps it around. Good save by Nassau. Leaves it, though, for his defenseman. Colorado State gets the puck in deep. Broncos rim it around. Davis Thompson skates into it. Has Rebroker skating down the middle. Gets it in front. Nassau stops that puck and holds on.
That line's looked very good tonight. They've had 6-7 scoring chances already.
They have been aggressive on the offensive rush. Rebroker always loves to crash the net. Redmond, likewise. Davis Thompson has a pedigree of crashing the net as well. That's a line that's going to be in your kitchen all night long, and when they're moving their feet and they're playing with speed, they can definitely make a difference in the game. And they're going to stay out here as we have 7 minutes and 40 seconds in this second period. Redmond unable to win the draw. Cervantes back on D with Mitch Wilson. Thompson brings it out of the Bronco zone up to Redmond. Redmond brings it over, but Rebroker was just a hair off sides, and there's going to be a whistle. It's going to be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Redmond breaking one of the unwritten rules there, shooting the puck after the whistle.
I noticed that too. He looked like he might have been in his shooting motion when the whistle came.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but the Broncos are fighting an uphill battle now and have been known to let their emotions sometimes get the best of them, so it's important that they avoid that, avoid the penalty box. Some commotion in front, but no danger in front of Colorado State's net. Puck goes out to Mondi. Then it goes deep behind the Colorado State net. DeMello gets to it first. Walks up high, sends it on net. Nassau kicks it aside. Sykes gets it behind the net. Puck almost made it out in front, but nothing happening. Mondi, good stick on Colorado State. Sykes out there. Looking no worse for wear. Gets the red line. Carries it over the blue line. Loses his stick. The Broncos get it in deep. McDonald by himself. Colorado State then has the puck. Holman gets his stick tied up. There's going to be an offsides coming across into the Broncos' defensive zone.
Good play on Holman there, staying up. On my old junior teammate, actually, I played with 97 Hunt Bonnin Juniors.
Oh, okay. He's been looking good tonight.
Yeah, he's a good player, good guy. I'll give him a shout out.
Yep. Broncos making a lot of the players on Colorado State look real good right now. Trying to build some momentum here as the second period is starting to wind down. Big hit by Holman in neutral ice. Colorado State walks it in, though, and they're going to score on Henson. I'm not sure who that was on the wall, but they threw it in front where Connor Petrangelo was alone and shot and scored on Henson to stretch the lead out to 3 goals now. The score is 4-1 in favor of Colorado State, but the Broncos are getting shots on net according to the scoreboard. Hard to say how accurate that is sometimes.
Yeah, Colorado State historically is a very opportunistic team, and we've definitely seen that
true.
tonight.
That is true, yes. Very good point there, Cam. And, yep, it's coming to fruition tonight. Mitch Wilson behind the net, funnels it up the wall. Redmond chips it out. Thompson skates into it, has Redmond with him. Redmond supporting, gets it in deep. Broker now on the scissor, gets it up to Cervantes, gets a shot on the ice and kicked away by number 3 for Colorado State. High flyer drops right in front of Collins for Colorado State on the attack. Colorado State with some traffic in front and a shot, a loose puck, and they're going to tip that one in. 2 goals in rapid succession there for Colorado State. That's not good for the Broncos if you're cheering for them, which, Cam, you and I, it's no secret, we're cheering for the Broncos.
You're trying to stay as unbiased as possible here, but
yeah, Colorado State scoring a couple good ones, and at this point, is it starting to get in the head of Henson in net?
Yeah, it's always tough when you give up a couple in succession. Oh, it looks like we'll take a timeout here, but
timeout for the Broncos. I wonder if they're going to maybe talk about the goaltender situation. They have 2 goaltenders waiting in the wings. Henson started strong. I still think he's a good goaltender. I think Colorado State, like you said, they're opportunistic when they get pucks in front of the net. It doesn't help when the Broncos are having breakdowns that leave Colorado State players alone. Henson kind of on an island out there.
yeah, hopefully they can give him some help the rest of the way. But it's been a lot of rush chances, and you can't really fault him for many, if any, of those goals tonight.
Yeah, we had a really good angle on those first 2, and they were just outstanding shots that there's probably not a lot of goaltenders in this league would have made the saves on. Broncos already coming back out, ready to line up. Colorado State taking their time.
Yeah, I think DeBecky just wanted a quick reset there, giving the boys some words of wisdom.
Yep. Shouldn't take much. The Broncos have a history of winning, so there's a lot of guys on the team that know what it takes to win. They already know the story of the game. They just got to go out and execute now. As McDonald brings the puck over for the Broncos, out there with DeMello and Sykes. Colorado State recovers the puck behind their own net. Breaks it out clean. Here comes Stevens over the line, shoots it, kicks out in front of Henson. Henson saw it. The net comes off of its moorings, though, and that's what the whistle's for there.
Yeah, the net's very loose at Arctic Edge, so it can be
tough
on a team when you're in your D zone because you can get pinned in there. If you push the net off, you're not allowed to change.
Yeah,
so.
you even don't want to take it off. Sometimes there are situations you want to knock the net off. Sometimes there are situations you don't want to knock the net off. Usually it's in the form of the latter.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that makes Arctic Edge such a tough rink to play in.
Yes. For years, it has been the site of many home ice advantage opportunities.
Yeah, there was a bounce earlier off the stanchion that led to a Hogan breakaway.
Yes,
he wasn't able to put it home, but
we love those. We know all about them, so we can use it to our advantage. Other teams oftentimes don't. Broncos time to regroup behind their net on the delayed offsides. Chris Young, chips it into, that was Chris Young, chipped it into the Colorado State bench for another stoppage of play. All right, Carrick Stevens on the ice, taking the face-off for Colorado State against Hogan for the Broncos. Won by Hogan. Russell back for the Broncos, stretches it to Doucette. Tries to chip it into the center for Hogan. Defender on Colorado State made a good play, though. Neutral zone battle, won by Colorado State over the blue line. Puck trickling around in front of Henson. Nobody can really get a clean grab on it. Broncos lucky to escape without any harm done there. Up the wall with the puck. Hogan takes a stick to the face. No call. Don't think the head official saw that, but it was right in front of the linesman. Unfortunately, he can't make that call. Broncos trying to get the puck out of their own zone, and they do. Doucette now on the near side wall, skating in. Wide, shoots over, it's up high. Bounces down in front of the net, and Nassau's going to fall on it. Puck is loose, though. Rebroker escapes from the corner, sends it up to Cervantes. Cervantes temporarily able to hold it in, but Colorado State now gets over the red line with the puck and sends it in deep. Good scoring opportunity there for the Broncos, but unable to find the puck when it was there to be buried.
Yeah, the Broncos just can't catch a break tonight on puck luck.
No. Couple of posts for Colorado State that have gone in. I mean, I don't know if they were posts, but they were close to the post. Just really incredible shots.
Yeah, it really is a game of inches.
Yes. Couldn't have said it better myself. We're going to have a stoppage of play and a face-off to the left of Herrera on the near side of the camera. Jeff Redmond in the face-off dot against Connor Schuckman for Colorado State. Sledge for Colorado State shoots it in front. Puck loose in front of Henson for a second, but Broncos able to clear. Colorado State bringing the puck up over the red line. Now into the Bronco zone. Turns on it. Behind the net, the puck goes. Puck in the corner. Loosely contested there by the Broncos. Broncos are going to take a penalty. And we're going to have a whistle for the penalty. We're going to see what it is. They're going to call a hooking on that. I don't know if I agree with that one. I didn't quite get a good look at it, but
yeah, it looked clean to me as well.
I would have thought if they were calling anything, it might have been a high stick when Wilson was trying to just move the Colorado State player's stick out of the way. But I think they saw a hook, clearly, because they called it, and the Broncos not doing a good job of staying out of the box in the second half of this game. 2-minute power play for Colorado State, going to bring us to 17 seconds left in the second period. Broncos going to have to kill this in order to have any shred of hope going into the third period. I think Dubecki and Stalzer are looking for some clarification on that call. I don't think they saw it either.
Looks like Jeff Redmond's headed into the penalty box right now.
Yeah, they might have got the wrong player. They're going to switch Wilson and Redmond in the box. Huh, okay. Well, maybe it was a different play than what we were looking at. Maybe the hook was behind the play or something. Nevertheless, the outcome is the same. The Broncos have a penalty to kill. 2 minutes left in the second period. Face-off one. Rimmed around by Mondi, but not out of the zone. Colorado State going to control. On the half wall is Grosso. Gets the puck into the center for Hunt Bond. Hunt Bond now walks. Shot deflected. Sykes trying to find the puck. Colorado State on the half wall now with the puck. Stick breaks. I think that was Petrangelo. Loses the blade. Has to go for a change. Actually, he just grabs a new stick. Good job, equipment manager for Colorado State. Puck thrown out in front. Sykes able to retrieve it and ice it for the Broncos. No icing, of course, because it's a penalty kill scenario. But nevertheless, 200 feet. Colorado State has to bring the puck now. Grosso over the line. Holds to Hunt Bond in the middle. Walks. Unable to get a shot off as Hogan gets in the way of that. Now a penalty on Colorado State coming as Doucette in alone. He's going to let Colorado State grab that one for the whistle. 1 minute to go in the second period, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey for about 43 seconds left as Pietrangelo goes to the box for Colorado State.
Yeah, hard-working play there by Doucette, and he gets rewarded, so we're evened up for the next 43 seconds.
Good chance for the Broncos to score before the end of the period and build some momentum for a third period push. Scoreboard is incorrect right now as they're trying to get the penalty up. I'm looking to see some shots out of the Broncos here. I'm not sure what their strategy is on the power play. I know in years past it's always been get pucks to the net and create chaos in front. I would guess Dubecki has a similar philosophy. It's a good one if you can execute it. Mitch Wilson had the puck, tried to find Doucette, but it was a little behind him. Colorado State now with the puck. Cervantes loses his edge. Small 2-on-1 developing. Colorado State gets it to the front. Henson sticks it away. Puck sent up to Hogan. Hogan alone over the blue line. Waits for help. Hits Cervantes in the middle. Cervantes dipsy doodles, but it goes behind the net of Colorado State. Unable to be kept in as it comes up top to Wilson. They're going to call offsides on that one. I don't think it was offsides. Sykes was carrying the puck over the blue line as Hogan was coming out of the zone for a change. Hogan is a smart player. I would assume he probably got beyond the blue line, so where he was in an onside position before he jumped onto the bench. That's what I saw at least, but maybe the linesman thought he was hopping the bench inside the zone, leading to an offside. Sykes wins the faceoff, walks immediately in, backhand, good save by Nassau. Mondi steps up into that puck, holds it at the red line and gets it in deep. Colorado State now holds for the end of the period. Little late shove by Redmond there, and a late shove by Sykes. Let's see if the Broncos can escape this period without getting another penalty. I'm not sure if I was an official, I wouldn't call that. We'll have to wait until we'll hold on here with you guys to see the result of this. It looks like they're going to address Redmond a penalty. Not a very smart penalty. Broncos have some ground to make up here, Cam, in the third period. What's one thing you think they can work on here going into the third period?
Yeah, next. Trying to think.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. Maybe we'll take a break, and then when we start the third period, we'll get back to you with maybe some keys for the third period.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll see you guys in about 15 minutes for the start of the third period. You're watching Bronco Hockey Live. Welcome back to the third period as the Broncos try and claw back into this game. Down 4 goals right now. At the conclusion of that period, we had matching penalties for both the Broncos and Colorado State, so it'll be 4-on-3 to start the third period here. In the box for the Broncos is Redmond, and for Colorado State, Connor Schuckman. And they still have Petrangelo in there finishing out his minute that he has left on his penalty. Now, Cam, what do you think the Broncos can do to get back into this game?
Yeah, I think it's going to start with controlling their emotions. And then it's just the little attention to details, the forecheck, picking up on the back check, picking up sticks in the D zone.
Yep, forecheck, back check, pay check. If you've ever seen, is that Goon?
I think so.
Yeah, it all starts with being in the right headspace, though, and staying out of the box, which the Broncos have never really been that great at. But, you know, it's never too late to start being good at controlling your emotions. The Broncos are going to have to do that here if they want any chance of getting back into this game. So 4-on-3 here as Sykes takes the face-off against TJ Norris for Colorado State. Broncos win it. Doucette circles and sends it up to Sykes. Kicks it wide to Wilson. Wilson drops it to Cervantes. Over to Doucette. Back to Cervantes. Back to Doucette. Up top to Cervantes. To the other side. Wilson shoots it, blocked by Colorado State, and they clear it. Cervantes drops it to Doucette and then gets it back. And then stretches it to Wilson, who slides it forward to Sykes, who walks in. Short shot, quick shot from bad angle, short side. Had a chance, but good save by Nassau. Colorado State gets it out, and Cervantes has to retreat all the way behind his own net for that puck. Doucette now with it, carries it up as Colorado State goes back to 4 people, so 4-on-4. Doucette wraps it around to Hogan, who kicks it high to Mondi, in front to Doucette. Doucette chips it in on Nassau, but the net comes off its moorings, and there's going to be a whistle for that. Good opportunity in front by Doucette. Unable to convert, so it doesn't help the Broncos out. 46 seconds here of 4-on-4 hockey. Broncos going to deploy Colin Hogan and Robbie Rebroker on the front end with Mondi and Russell on the back end. Homan walks through the center face-off out to the front, tries to slide it back door to Rebroker, who gets tripped. And the Broncos now going to go 4-on-3 again to round out the next 42 seconds, where then they will have a 5-on-4 power play for about a little over a minute. Broncos getting a little favor here. They still have a lot of ground to make up. But this 4-on-3 is helping, and then the 5-on-4 should also help them out too.
Yeah, 4-on-3 doesn't happen too often, but it's something the Broncos coach Chopper last year would work on very often.
Yep. Rebroker for a shot from the point, scores! And the Broncos do bring it back within 3 now. Maybe within 4, I don't know. It's a 3-goal lead still for Colorado State. Rebroker with a quick shot from the point. Nassau, I don't know if he was ready for it. I don't know if I saw a body in front screening him.
Yeah,
it surprised me.
Looked like he might have picked it up a little bit late there.
Yeah. Probably wasn't expecting a shot there. Rebroker hit the post, though, so, you know, he had a good spot where he was shooting that puck.
Yeah, he's been looking for that one. That's his first of the year. We had a lot of first of the season this weekend, so a lot of guys getting monkeys off the back.
Yeah, congrats to Rebroker for that one, and Doucette earlier in the game, as you had mentioned. So the Broncos do well to get some sort of momentum here, and they needed that one bad. 4-on-4 now. DeMello. Fancy move to get it up to his stick. Now behind the net against two Colorado State players. Still fights for the puck. Sykes emerges, gets dumped there by Norris. Broncos getting chippy. Maybe some hope for the Broncos. They're not giving up. DeMello is a strong man. He had the puck on his backhand with one hand on his stick behind the net, and the puck might have gone to his feet for a second, and there was two Colorado State guys trying to dig it out of his feet, and he was, kind of holding them both off like my dad did to me when I was like 5 years old. Broncos win the faceoff. Colorado State able to find that puck, though. Puck comes out of the zone. Penalty here again on Colorado State. There's going to be a whistle as that penalty is going to come into play. I did not see it. We'll wait to see what the call is, but the Broncos getting some favorable calls here to start the third period. Slash is the call on Connor Schuckman for Colorado State. And the Broncos another chance on the power play here with still 17 and a half minutes to play.
Yeah, Broncos have shifted the momentum very quickly here.
Yeah, they came out strong.
Chance to get back in it. Pivotal power play.
Hogan wins the face-off to Sykes, walks to the center, gets a shot, drops right in front of Hogan, who tries to send it into the net, but not able to get much on it. Sykes to Doucette. Colorado State with some pressure. Miscommunication by the Broncos leaves the puck exposed there. Broncos do come out with it, though. Up the near side wall to Hogan, brings it over the blue line, rims it around. No Bronco there, though, to retrieve that one. Colorado State clears it back down to Henson. The UCO fans doing their best to get the Broncos back into this one as well, momentum-wise. Hogan, near side to Doucette, which gets in the feet of DeMello, and they have to regroup. Now Bishop on the far side wall holds it, gives it up to Sykes at the top of the blue line, back down to Bishop. Down low to Doucette, walks into the middle, has a lot of time, and gives it right to Colorado State. He was looking for DeMello on the one-timer. I think he had more time than he realized, though. I was waiting for him to walk in and backhand Sidney Crosby top cheese, but unfortunately did not happen. Broker stretches it far side to Redmond, drops it.
Oh.
Redmond gets the second chance shot off the post, no goal though. Now Colorado State in transition, 2-on-1 on Mondi. Shot blocked by Mondi. Now Thompson skating up for the Broncos, again in transition. Colorado State with guys back though to defend. Thompson stops to Mondi, back to Thompson. Into the corner, Redmond picks it up. Unable to get a pass off, and Colorado State steals it and sends it back into the Bronco zone. Broker letting the bench know he's going to come for a change. Mondi holding the puck behind the net. Cervantes on the wall, chips it and it goes into the bench. All right, the Broncos have a face-off in front of Henson on the right side. Won by Colorado State, but Bishop intercepts. Now Doucette gets around the D-man, walks in, tries to go to the backhand, but gets tripped as he tries to cross the crease. No call. Now Colorado State brings it over the blue line on Wilson. Wilson pins the guy to the board, and he goes down. Broncos now with the puck. Puck trickles in front of Henson, and he's going to hold on to that. A strong move by Doucette to try and get across the crease of Nassau, and he was tripped up. I don't know if it was by Nassau or by one of the Colorado State players, and he went down hard and unable to get his stick onto the backhand where he could shoot it. Colorado State with a shot from the point goes wide. DeMello finds it on the wall, goes far side to Homan, chips it around his man. Puck goes deep. Sykes with it, centers it, tips, bounces high. DeMello tries to backhand it to the front where there's chaos, but it gets through everybody, and now Colorado State with it, coming in.
Yeah.
Unable to make anything happen. Broncos have it again.
Good back check by Mark McDonald there.
Indeed. Colorado State with the puck in their own zone, trying to get it out. They do. Icing on Colorado State for a face-off in the Broncos' offensive zone. 3 goals left the Broncos need to tie it up with 14 minutes to play in the third period. 25-21 are the shots in favor of the Broncos. Good night for Colorado State goaltender Nassau. Chamberlain Nassau looking good. Rebroker has it. Oh, had the puck for the Broncos. It rolls out of the zone and they have to retreat and they send it in where Colorado State now possesses it. Up the middle comes Colorado State through the stick of the forward. Broncos do the same through the stick again of Thompson this time. In the neutral zone, Colorado State has it, brings it over the blue line, shoots it high and off the roof. We're going to get a whistle. And the Broncos are going to change their personnel. Forwards for the Broncos, Doucette, Bishop, and Hogan. Hogan taking the draw against number 35. That was Colorado State, has it on the near wall. Von Felt. It's a cool name, Von Felt. Doucette has it for the Broncos as he surveys in his own zone. Bishop is going to send it to the Colorado State defenseman who stretches it to the middle to Von Felt. Von Felt in on his backhand side, unable to get a shot off as Homan slides into the net and knocking it off of its moorings. No change for the Broncos. That's one of those situations you had brought up earlier. Sometimes it's not so good when the net keeps coming off because you're unable to make changes if you're hemmed into the defensive zone. Apparently, Colorado State also not able to change. Might have been a time-sensitive thing. They didn't get their guys out fast enough. Hogan wins the draw for the Broncos, and it's sent around the boards to Doucette. Chips it out of the zone. So Colorado State now has to come out. Colorado State coming up over the blue line on the far side. Tries to get a shot off. Homan gets his stick there. Doucette with it over the red line, gets it in deep. Bishop gets to it first. Colorado State, though, with speed, chips it out of the zone. Puck held on the corner there by Matt Russell, I think, for the Broncos. Now it emerges. Russell with the puck. Gets it to DeMello in the middle. He's going to chip it deep and chase. Colorado State trying to break the puck out. Not super clean. McDonald gets a shot from a good angle, but blocked by Colorado State. DeMello picks up the puck, holds on, sets it down in a position where he can get to it. But I think everybody else knew also. Shot from a bad angle by McDonald. Net is off of its moorings, and we're going to get a whistle. The Broncos were creating some chaos in front, I thought I saw something developing there, but not before the net was knocked off of its moorings. That is a scenario there where Colorado State now cannot change because they were knocking the net off with no external force other than just the goaltender. Or, I mean, the Broncos, if the Broncos say knock the net off in the Colorado State zone, then Colorado State can change. Anyway, it's a confusing bit of rule work there. Colorado State has the puck now, bringing it over the zone. Sent in front. Broncos able to clear it from the house. Shot from the point by number 8. Somehow finds its way into the back of the net. And that's a celebration I've never seen there. It was a bit of a floater there. No real velocity on the shot by Makai Mitchell, who has his second of the night, I believe. He's been involved in multiple goals for Colorado State.
Yeah, a lot of traffic in front there. I was surprised that got through.
Yeah, I don't know if it got through, but it got through, but I think it hit a couple bodies on its way.
Yeah, no chance for Henson there.
Yeah, Henson probably saw it at the start, but then it changed directions about 2 times and can't really track it that much. Another lucky bounce for Colorado State. Stretches their lead once again to 4. Making things that much harder for the Broncos. Rebroker stretches it to Redmond on the near side, and it was delayed offsides by the Broncos. It'll be a neutral zone face-off outside of Colorado State zone. Hogan's line with Bishop and Doucette are the forwards. Mondi and Russell on the back end. No Chris Young this period as he is out for injury. I don't think it's anything too serious. I think it's just a concussion, but want to be careful with those. Puck is in the neutral zone. Collected by Mondi. Skating in over the blue line, gives it to Doucette. Back to Bishop, back to Doucette. Shot, saved by Nacera. Now Colorado State stretches it. Not a lot of defense back for Broncos, but they are able to create enough of a stop gap there, so Colorado State wasn't able to do anything. Puck right in front of us here is a bunch of bodies flying around on the ice.
Some extracurriculars going on behind the play.
For sure. McDonald now has the puck running into the guys that are still on the ground battling. Finally, they're able to all untangle themselves. DeMello for the Broncos brings it over the blue line with McDonald on the back door, crashing the net, sends it in front. Nacero clears it for Colorado State. Neutral zone turnover for Colorado State, and the Broncos get it in deep. Colorado State bench claiming it was an ice.
I don't know what they were looking at. That was 6 feet over the red line.
I think it was on the, yeah. Dumped in deep there by Wilson for the Broncos in the Colorado State zone. Colorado State able to get the puck out. Petrangelo on the near side wall on Mondi. Mondi gets in the way. Petrangelo is able to come out with the puck, though, for Colorado State. Sends it up the wall to the defenseman, Doan. Stretches it to his partner, number 3 on the far side. Gets a shot, kick saved by Henson. Rebroker dives to get the puck out. And does. Colorado State, though, sends it right back in behind Henson. Mondi reverses it to Cervantes. Cervantes stretches it. It gets tipped up right into Redmond's pocket. Not able to hold on to it, though. Broncos grab the puck at the red line. This is Redmond now to Bishop, but Colorado State defenseman jumps up to stop that rush by the Broncos. Over the red line, is Frithson, who dumps it right into Henson's glove. And he's going to hold on for a face-off to his left. Broncos starting to run out of time. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left. Score is 6-2 for Colorado State. Quick shot off the face-off by Colorado State. Another shot from Colorado State from the point, saved by Henson. Out of play for a face-off. Shot came from the left of Henson, so the face-off is going to be to the left of Henson. On the far side of the camera.
The ref takes a digger there.
Yeah. Yep, we'll be seeing him in court. Colorado State has the puck in transition coming over the Bronco blue line. This is TJ Norris. Now Hunt Bond spins and throws it to the front. Gets tipped back into the corner that Norris is in. Broncos now with it. Doucette sends it up the wall to Hogan. Hogan makes a nice move around the Colorado State defenseman. 2-on-1 developing. Hogan shoots. Rebound. Hogan has it. Sends it in front. Bishop trying to find it now. He does. But had it in the skate of Wilson, and Colorado State finds it. 2-on-1 now for Colorado State. Sends it to Hunt Bond. Hunt Bond shoots, coming across the ice against the grain on Henson and scores. Good shot by Hunt Bond. That was a tough shot, but he was able to get enough on it to fire it past Henson, making the score 7-2 for Colorado State.
That's like the second or third time we've seen a UCO chance one way and then a Colorado State goal back the other.
Yeah, yep, and it's very common, you know, you bring in an extra defenseman to help in the offensive zone rush, and then the other team quickly gets it and recovers. DeMello with a shot just coming over the blue line. And then another tip in front by DeMello. Colorado State now in transition. And now Colorado State to regroup, but loses it to DeMello. A lot of times if you overcommit in the rush on the offensive zone, then the other team has a chance to counter attack while you're weak on the defensive zone, and when you pull that extra attacker up. That's how that goal kind of developed. Big hit by Sykes behind the net, and the Colorado State player is down. Frank Mondi with the puck in the Bronco zone. Gets it out, but once Colorado State touched the puck, they blew the whistle to take care of their player who's down behind the net.
Their bench is not happy about this one.
No. I think it was a clean hit, though. I think it was clean. I think Sykes just may have got him a little high. But the player looks to be just fine skating to the bench.
Yeah, he seems to be okay.
So that's good.
Ken Caldwell almost getting some action out there.
That's about 30 seconds of ice time for Kenny there. It's a good thing it's not more, though. We want to keep his ice time to a minimum. It's never good when Ken has to take the ice. Usually means somebody is down and not in good condition. Stevens for Colorado State won that face-off. Colorado State now gets it in deep, where Henson is able to catch that one and hold on for a face-off. Shots are 31-27 for the Broncos. Goals are not favorable to the Broncos. They have now a 5-goal deficit to make up. Shot from the point for Colorado State, blocked by Rebroker. Another chance there, tipped in front. Shot from the sidewall, gets blocked by the Broncos. And now they have a chance to get possession. At least they get it out of the zone. Colorado State now sends it in deep. Mitch Wilson for the Broncos has it. Up the wall to Redmond. Gets dumped from behind, and there's going to be a penalty on that one. Checking from behind on, I believe, number 3, Angus Frithson. I hope I'm saying that right. Broncos have a 2-minute power play here with about 6 minutes to go in the game. Let's see if they can get a goal early on in this power play as they're running out of time. If they can get 2 quick ones here, though, then they may have an opportunity to pull their goalie and score 3 more. Face-off won by Colorado State, and immediately back out of play for another face-off. Dire situation here for the Broncos. Let's see if they can keep working hard at least and build some momentum into practice this upcoming week. Broncos power play has it behind the net of Colorado State. This is Bishop with the puck now. Gives it up to Sykes at the point. Sykes still with it. Sends it to Doucette on the far side. Doucette walks in, rips it. Good save. Bounces back out, and the Broncos get a second chance, but Nacera strong in net. The Broncos are going to be facing off against the University of Colorado Boulder Buffaloes. Not the Rams, the Buffaloes. Next weekend here at Arctic Edge Arena. Friday and Saturday night. Both against the same team, same place, same time. I believe it is a 7 p.m. puck drop. Broncos win the face-off. Big hit there. Shot by DeMello on the one-timer. No goal, though, just wide. Bishop skates it, passes it to DeMello. DeMello now switches position, sends it up to Doucette, up to Sykes at the point. On the sidewall is Doucette, goes far side to DeMello. Up to Sykes, sends it down low to Bishop. Bishop switches sides, up to Doucette. Doucette with time, walks and gives it to Sykes. Sykes to DeMello on the one-timer. Glove save by Nacera.
We've seen some good goaltending out of CSU this year in all 4 games. They've been solid this weekend especially.
Yep. Colorado State has some good goaltenders. And they have a couple of really highly skilled forwards on their team too. Similar to the Broncos. Unfortunately, the Broncos just don't have the same juice that they had last night.
Yeah, the Broncos up against it again this year. They came into the year with 23, I believe, but still don't have a full lineup at this point.
Yeah, it's tough when you don't have players, too, waiting in the wings that, you know, can help apply some competitive pressure on the other guys on the roster. Dubecki was in his first year as head coach for the Broncos with a challenge ahead of him. Colorado State has a breakaway, and there was a slash there by Davis Thompson trying to stop, and Rebroker is going to punch number 11, Tyler Sleds, in the face. And that's that emotion that you talked about at the beginning of the period. Broncos needing to keep that in check and not doing so. Slash by Davis Thompson on the breakaway is one penalty, and Rebroker compounds that by punching Sleds in the face. Wasn't incredibly hard or malicious, but a punch in the face is a punch in the face. And the Broncos gonna have now a 5-on-3. I think they might have put one of the penalties up on the board accidentally for Colorado State, but they're gonna fix that, I think.
Broker not happy about something. I'll have to ask him about it
Yeah.
at home later.
Indeed. I think he said he sprayed the goalie. I mean, you never want to spray the other team's goalie. I don't know why Colorado State would have a motive to spray the goalie when they're up 5 goals, but that's what Rebroker saw, and that's what instigated him.
Yeah, the business law student making a good case for himself there.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it? I mean, I get hot when I play hockey sometimes. I'm usually skating around though as a goaltender. Is it not fun getting sprayed on the ice? You don't quite feel refreshed afterwards, do you?
No, it's not the best feeling ever, but not the worst.
Maybe
the
if
snow gets in your eyes
I was
sometimes.
gonna say
so
if you get some chunks of ice that come up, that's never probably very.
Yeah, that can be aggravating.
Yeah. One timer by Colorado State, blocked by the Broncos, and they're gonna ice it. One thing the Broncos will do is stand up for their goaltender if the other team is not playing nice. Colorado State has the puck controlled in the Broncos zone. Behind the net, they switch sides. Tried to get a quick shot off, but not very strong. Pietrangelo over to the goal scorer, Makai Mitchell, who sends the puck on net. I missed that, though. I think it went out of play. Three minutes to go in the third period, and things are looking very bleak for the Broncos. It may be time to turn the focus to next week. And a good, strong week of practice before the Boulder Buffaloes come to town. And the Broncos are going to have to bring a better performance next weekend. Shot by Rudrow, blocked up high by Homan.
Yeah, that didn't look like it felt too good.
No, it looked like it got him close to the neck area, but he didn't flinch, so he must be a tough guy. Doan at the point for the Rams, shoots it, blocked by Sykes, but he gets it back.
No quitting the Broncos. A lot of block shots still, even with 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh, yeah. Broncos love to block shots. It's almost like they practice it. Doan gives it down to Stevens. Stevens tries to go cross the crease, but unable to do so. Colorado State still has it. Shot by Rudrow, gets deflected in front by Stevens. Good save by Henson, though, and the puck is out of the Broncos zone temporarily. Again, though, Colorado State has it. Shot from a sharp angle, goes off the back of the net. Centered to Stevens, unable to get a clean shot. TJ Norris with that shot saved by Henson. Cervantes up the wall to DeMello. DeMello chips it. Redmond chases. Redmond trying to win the battle behind the net, but rubbed out by the Colorado State player. Good angle there by Rudrow. Icing by Colorado State. And the Broncos offensive zone face-off coming your way. Back to 5-on-5 hockey for the last minute and 14, barring any penalties. Redmond taking the face-off against Carrick Stevens. Redmond didn't even try. Stevens wins that one. I don't think Redmond was ready. Colorado State able to get out of the zone. Late hit by Rebroker is going to lead to another penalty, and they're going to call a cross check. So cross-checking on Rebroker proves me wrong. There will be another penalty. That was the bar, and the bar was broken. So the Broncos are going to have to kill out the rest of the game, 5-on-4.
Looks like CSU just got unsportsmanlike, so it'll even things up.
You're right.
The player was motioning at Rebroker to scissors to cut his hair.
Oh.
Ref didn't like that one.
Nope. I like the call, though. I like to see some 4-on-4 hockey.
This line's really made their mark in this game.
Yeah. Whether it be good or bad sometimes. A lot of penalties here to close it out, but definitely a mark.
They're getting on the score sheet.
Yeah. Redmond had an assist in yesterday's game. The goal scorers were DeMello and Hogan in last night's 2-1 victory for the Broncos. Tonight, the goals have came from Rebroker and Doucette. Yes, correct. They were both relatively pretty goals for the Broncos. Maybe that's what was missing was the ugly goals for the Broncos tonight.
Yeah, hockey guys were not on the Broncos side. There were a lot of close calls tonight.
Yeah, early on, a lot of bounces that went Colorado State's way and a lot that didn't go the Broncos' way. And that's how the game goes. Cervantes for the Broncos in his own zone. And now Wilson softly up to Redmond. Redmond behind the net, wraps it around. Thompson on the back side. Not able to cleanly find the puck, though. It's coming in a little hot on that wraparound from Redmond. Cervantes almost had Redmond in the middle calling for it, but looked away for a second and couldn't find that puck. Now the puck does get to Redmond, and he gets over the blue line and shoots it just wide. Broncos still with the puck. Not for long. Colorado State's able to get a stick on it and send it out of the zone all the way down for Homan to retrieve. Homan's going to slap that one all the way down for the last second. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Colorado State wins by a score of 7-2 against the home UCO Broncos. Thank you, Carson Smith, the producer on tonight's broadcast. Cam Pendleton, thank you for joining me up here in the booth. I hope to have you back sometime.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brad. I love the side quest, so I wouldn't mind jumping back on again sometime.
I'd love to have you. My name is Brad Bose. Thank you for joining us tonight for Bronco Hockey Live. Have a good evening, everybody.